Today we're going to talk about finding the area of triangles. So the area of a polygon is the amount of surface it covers. To find the area of a triangle, multiply the base by the height, then divide by 2. So this is why we practice dividing by 2 on Tuesday. We're going to skip number 3 and we're going to move on to number 4, which says the algebraic formula for area of a triangle is area equals base times height divide by 2. The base and the height are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular lines intersect to form a right angle. Right angles measure 90 degrees. So we're going to start with this first example down here. So remember yesterday, even with parallelograms, we said the height always has to hit the base perpendicularly. So 6, 7, and 8 should make sense at this point from yesterday's lesson. So if we start with this first example, just like yesterday, we're always starting by writing the area formula. So for a triangle, it's area equals base times height divided by 2. For this triangle, the base is 40 and the height is 9. So you plug that in, area equals the base is 40 times the height, which is 9, and then we divide by 2. Okay, 40 times 9 is 360, and 360 divided by 2 is 180. And because we're still doing area, remember, area requires that we do units squared. So our unit of measurement is centimeters. So behind 180, you write centimeters squared. Okay? I want you to try to do this example on your own. Okay, if you did this example, you should have wrote area equals base times height divided by 2. Your base is 14 and your height is the dotted line because it hits perpendicular to the base. So you plug in 14 for the base, 12 for the height, divide by 2, and 14 times 12 divided by 2 is 84, and then it's centimeters squared. Okay? Go ahead and do this third example on your own as well. If you did this third example, you should have got the formula is area equals base times height divided by 2. This is our height, just like in the last example. There's the perpendicular. You plug in your base of 22, your height of 20, divide by 2. Do not forget your divide by 2. And 22 times 20, divide by 2, is 220 centimeters squared. Okay? And our last example on this side is this one here, and we're going to do it together. So sometimes you're going to see triangles like 2 and 3, sometimes like number 1, and then sometimes they look a little bit funny like this one. Either way, always remember your height has to hit perpendicularly. So our height is this dotted line, because there's our right angle, and our base is this length down here. So once again, we're writing our formula. We're plugging in the base of 22.2, that's the decimal, times the height of 6.3, divide by 2. Let me slide it over so you can see it. And then 22.2 times 6.3, divide by 2, should give us 69.93 centimeters squared. Okay? So now let's flip over to the back where we have our practice. I'm going to let you do 1, 2, 3, 4 on your own. We're going to do number 5 together, and then you're going to do 6 and 7 on your own. Okay, so let's look at number 5 for a minute. So number 5 looks like example 2 on the front, but you have this measurement, and this measurement. So we should know that the bottom base means 32 is our base measurement, but now is our height this line or this line? You should have said this line, because this is the line that hits the base at a 90-degree angle, which means it hits it perpendicularly. So I'm going to scratch out this one so I don't get confused. So I'm writing my formula. I'm plugging in my base of 32 times my height of 30, divide by 2, and 32 times 30 divide by 2 gives me an area of 480 meters squared. So at this time, go ahead and do the rest of these problems on your own. Now number 7 is going to be a challenge, but I want you to try it before you ask for help.